today we are going to tackle the all important topic, which is LinkedIn. And I'm going to go through just like 10 major commandments or 10 things really, really specific to LinkedIn that you need to really check on and make sure you have updated and ready to rock so you can get that job. And it's going to be everything you need to know about the platform to get hired. So, jumping right into it, going into the vibe of this whole presentation. I know, Dad, I don't know if you know who Kourtney Kardashian is, but I'm pretty sure everyone else on the call knows who Kourtney is. And there's something about Kourtney that I just think exudes a perpetual vibe that everyone should exude. She just like gets it. So that's the vibe of this presentation today. Basically, the first gif here is saying that it's such a dated vibe. You know how she talks like that nasally. It's such a dated vibe. And basically, what I mean by that is we're going through our lives every day, and there are certain things that we sort of just forget about, like our LinkedIn page or, you know, our photo albums, just like little things in life that we don't really see every day that we need to pay attention more to and update. So that is the vibe on the first GIF. Second GIF is once you use this information in this deck, and if you hire me for services, the next GIF is going to be you. You're obviously the best choice. This deck is going to help prepare you to become that. And the second GIF is my all-time favorite from her. Or sorry, the third GIF is my favorite from her. My vibe right now is just living life. That is the vibe that generally is you at work. Because again, we're all going through emotions. We're going through these jobs that we might hate, but you don't have to hate your job. You can love your job. And this deck is going to help teach you to do that. Okay, so moving on to the next slide here. No one wants to be no one wants to be at a job they hate, right? And no one wants to be working at a job that isn't fulfilling them anymore. And like Kim says, no one wants to work anymore. But hear me, this is what she really meant by saying that. And this is what I'm interpreting what she meant by that. No one wants to work above and beyond and not be rewarded for it anymore. Like, no one wants to sit at a desk every day and just be piling in the work and not get that praise and reward. So we're going to work to get that for you here today. First things first, create a LinkedIn page if you haven't already. That's obviously the first step here to this whole puzzle. And I think everyone on board here has a page. So you're all good there. But once you've done that, these 10 things are going to be key to optimizing your page. Okay. First things first, here is your profile photo. Now, this is the first thing that people are going to see that represents you. So we need to make sure that it's not a mess. Like here on the right, we have homegirl here sipping wine on vacation, and we have a frat boy here that is enjoying beer at a tailgate. That is absolutely not what you want. Homegirl here on the left has it down. She's smiling a little bit. She's got her hair good. She's got her makeup right. She's presentable. She is cute and edgy, but she's also professional. And that's what you want for your LinkedIn profile. Moving on to the next important part, the header. This is the header, meaning the top portion of your profile. That means like the little, basically like the top image of the profile, what you see. Here on the left is what I have on mine. Basically, I sort of have like a little short story or a short nugget about what I am presenting to a potential recruiter. Basically, this is like a very short nugget that can tell any part of your story and set yourself apart from all the other profiles that the recruiters are looking at all day long. Because trust me, I've recruited before, and it's like hundreds of resumes, LinkedIn profiles, etc., all day long. Here on the right, this person doesn't even have a profile photo and doesn't really tell any sort of story at the top of their header. So I'm basically like probably not even going to look at them because I don't really see anything that's really vibing or bringing like a pop to my eyeball. Remember, it's all about visuals first, then words. Next is what I was really going into. This is like, honestly, you guys, my favorite part of LinkedIn, because you have that opportunity to really, really showcase all of yourself in that little headline slash elevator pitch. Yes, I love that you're taking notes over there. Okay. I hope I'm a good professor. Your headline is basically the holy grail. You got to shine with this. Here's the formula that I use with my clients to get them to shine. Basically, the what, the who, the what you want, and the what you've done. There's so much space up there, and it's all free. Look at all the space that I've utilized up in mine below the formula there. So basically, what I mean by the what are you?
Okay.
What are you exactly? Like, are you an executive? Are you a social media person? Like, just demonstrating that first is going to help the recruiters locate and find people that they're looking for, such as yourself. So if I'm being searched for, or if a recruiter is looking for social media folks, like they're gonna see that I had that experience first, because that is the first thing listed there on my headline. And that's what the SEO search engine, blah, 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 is pulling from first. So you want to put those high level keywords right there up at the top. Okay. And executive, honey, gives it a little flair because I've been around the block. Okay. And then who are you? Like, I'm currently a founder and CEO at my own company. So I have that listed. And then I sort of have a little bit of what I want or who I'm trying to attract. I want to build brands for both personal and businesses through social media. Um, and also LinkedIn coaching and optimizing. And then I also have there that I'm open for business because I want people to know that I want more business. Hello? I mean, I'm doing okay, but your girl can use some more coins at all times. Okay. Okay. So next, and then hello, Christian, welcome. And Helen, also welcome. So moving on to the next slide here is the next most important part is your city and the link. Make sure your city's up to date. I know a lot of people want to move to remote work. That's great and all, but just make sure that you have something there because sometimes these companies require you to have at least a base city there. Like say you're in Seattle, put Seattle there, but also put in your headline that you're open to remote work. Because again, whatever you have in that headline is basically what you're selling, what your elevator pitch is. And then I have in my link, I have the link to my store because I do find that this is a new feature that they also just started offering. It's free and it's also like key real estate. If someone's looking at my top portion of my profile and being nosy and looking at my profile like they do, they can check out my store and hopefully buy something from me. Or if you have a portfolio or a website that you want to show off, great place to put it right there on the top. All right. The next part is so crucial to those of y'all that are looking for new jobs. Okay. It is the open to work section. This is the fun part, right? So you can literally tell recruiters that are searching all day long on the back end of Recruiter LinkedIn what you want to do. This section, again, you can literally put whatever you're open to work in. If you're open to, administrative work, social media work, marketing work, whatever your skills are, make sure that you go to that section and fill that in and tell them what you want. Why not leave this filled in? Because it's literally free and you can take the time to tell people exactly what you want. I even have a space here where I can tell them the services that I provide, which is really cool because if someone is just searching for, a business to do work, they can find me there for that. The next part is featured. This part is also really cool. It's all free real estate that they're giving you to really showcase your talent and your work and utilize the space. It's free. Why not utilize it? This is also going to help with your SEO as well. Like you're putting in more content to beef up your profile. And the higher and more, or sorry, the more features you start to use on your profile, the higher up you're going to rank in that SEO. Think about it. You're using LinkedIn features. They want you to utilize the platform as much as possible to take up more of your time. And then by that, they're going to reward you and give you that higher up ranking in that search engine search. So again, I here put some of my latest blogs. If you want, you can check out my profile and see what I have there. This is already life-changing info. Wow, thank you, Michael. Ha! I love that. Glowing review already. All right, so your activity is next. Be active on LinkedIn, you guys. The more active you are on LinkedIn, the more chances your profile is going to be seen by people that make decisions. And I think I forget the stat, but I want to say it's like 6 out of 10 people on LinkedIn are high profile decision makers. Make yourself count, get yourself in front of those eyeballs. I have 7,000 followers on LinkedIn, which is quite a lot. And I post sometimes, and some posts go viral, some posts don't. But it's a matter of just getting content out there, no matter what it is. Just telling the algorithm what you like and who you are is going to get you in front of more people that are in that field or industry. And I'm gonna take questions afterwards, guys. But I see I'm learning something new with open and feature. Thank you, dropping gems. Yes. Okay, I love that. Thank you, guys. So about me is the next section. And if you buy my book, which you can buy through my store, which is the link in bio on my page, I go into like so much more. Okay. There's like 25 pages, I think, of more stuff. So if this isn't enough for you, go ahead and buy that. It's $5. I'll give you a discount at the end of this presentation as well, too, for that. So this is part from the book. I literally snapped it from there. And I'm going to go through this quickly, but the about me section, make it personal, make it unique, tell your unique perspective. If you lost your job, blah, 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 tell a story, like keep it interesting, but also try to captivate the audience that's reading that profile and looking for someone like you to start at their company. Like, for instance, you obviously want to be personable and fun and hip and all that. However, but you also want to showcase like what you know and what you've done in your career. Don't just list out bold or bullet points. Actually list tangible information or facts that you've done and been responsible for. So say like I started X and it led to $7 million in revenue. Not just like I'm a secretary, I fold envelopes. Da, 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 da. Like they know you do that. You're a secretary. Like, or you're a social media person. We know you post on social, but what's next to that? Like what else? What came of your actions? Not just saying lists. Okay. Next, here, I love BuzzFeed. Y'all know I used to work there. I think lists are easily digestible when you're reading 150 profiles. So any way you can list things out, great way to get that going on this section here. All right, I'm just checking time, guys. Okay, good. All right, so do you have an interesting career trajectory? I already kind of chatted about this. Like, I kind of have a weird and crazy story. Some of y'all know this story. However, I'll just tell it really quickly in 1 minute. I used to love the news, was obsessed with it as a kid, went to journalism school, thought that was my career path. Quickly learned that I did not want to make $20,000 a year. Clearly need more coins than that to survive this day and age. So I made the pivot to do social media, which I didn't think there was a lot more money in it. However, it did become a lucrative career for me. Now, I said 10 years after that, living in that whole crazy world of, entertainment and doing it in entertainment, I rather help people. That for me keeps my glass full. So that is an interesting career trajectory. Looking at this, I realized that I need to update my about me section because mine is not up to date. And what's a professor telling you guys what to do if I'm not doing it? So I'm going to do that tomorrow. Okay. And then niche down, like you guys being more specific to like what you're really, really good at is going to set you apart from everyone else that does the same thing every day. So you're a social media manager, you're, a project manager. What is it that you're doing that is so different or specific or unique to niching down and just sticking to your experience or what you want to get involved with is great for another point there. Then for the experience, I kind of talked about this already, but again, just don't list out a bunch of things. List out things, but then also actions that have become really big monumental moments from what you've done. Okay. This next point here sort of lists the bigger achievements at the top because again, attention spans are like very minimal these days. Like nobody wants to read anymore. So try to get their attention at the top. Think of it as a newspaper. Think of it as a a magazine. Before the fold is how they call it or describe it. Make sure you attract those people high up. Get their attention first. And then lastly, I would say for the experience, 5 to 6 points is good enough. Don't go overboard. Nobody, again, wants to read anymore. Skills section. For this part, each of the sections on your experience, guys, you can add skills to those sections. So any specific skills that you have at each job that you've been at, you can really hone in on specific skills that you've mastered at those particular positions. So once you do that, it will then generate all of this stuff in a very long list at the towards the end of your profile, and you'll be able to have all of that there. And so somebody can literally go there and check out literally everything. And recruiters are using that to narrow down their search. So if you have a specific, again, niched down skill that not everybody has, that's a project manager, and you have it, that's going to set you, hopefully, on the top of those other folks. Okay. And you can use up to 50 skills on that. So make sure you use all of them. Oh my God, that's our time. But first,
that was so fast.
I love my Julie Chinbot from Big Brother. I don't know if you guys watch, but yes. She always goes, but first, and she always has something to share after that. And I want to take this time to share a special offer just for you guys. Thank you for joining earlier, but my ebook right now is for $5. However, I am going to offer it to you guys for 10% off today. Go ahead and use the code WEBBOOK10. And if you use that, you can get 10% off. I don't know math, so don't ask me what that is, but it's cheaper than the regular price. And then for my one-on-ones, which are, okay, they're a hot commodity now. I will say I've booked 3 actually today. So book them now while they're hot. The price normally is $99. Ooh. However, I do have it for you guys for $69. And then I'm also offering for that service as well, 10% off using the code webinar10. You can go ahead and get that discount. And then this is my premium service, okay? Refresh and optimization, which I know you guys are busy. I'll do everything for you, and you literally won't have to touch it. I will go through all of what I just went through and more and optimize your page from top to bottom and make you top notch and ready to get that job, okay? Normally this is priced at $300, but I do have it going right now for $250. And I'm going to discount it for you guys 30% off using the code webinar30. So make sure you wrote all those codes down. I'll go through them again. The book code is WEBBOOK10 for 10% off. The one-on-one code is webinar10 for 10% off as well. And then the big kahuna, I'm giving you whopping 30% off of my premium service, which it goes for $250. I'm going to give you 30% off if you use that code webinar30. Now, this service works, guys. You can check out all the testimonials on my website. I recently had someone just get a new job. I've had people get leads, interviews, everything, like more views to their profile. It's all about optimizing and making sure your work that you've worked so hard on is really showcased. And that is what I will take the time to do if you hire me. And lastly, my girl Mimi, I'm just going to leave you with that. Do you guys have any questions for me? I would love to answer any questions that you have. You don't have to go on camera if you don't want to. You can just unmute and ask, or you can throw them in the chat. Hit me. Hey, Leanna, you can go first. Or is it Lini? How do you say your name? I'm so sorry.
Am I muted right now, or am I?
No, you're not. We can hear you.
Okay, great. So it's Leani, no worries. Thank you for hosting this.
Of course. Yes. Thank you for coming. I hope you learned something.
Yes, I did. And so my question for you is, because I'm considering either I want to get a formal posting schedule on.
Yeah.
And for both my LinkedIn and my Instagram. And so with that, how often do you recommend posting?
Yeah, so I would say for LinkedIn, I'm kind of heavy because that's my job, right? Like I probably post like 2 or 3 times a day sometimes on LinkedIn. However, for like the average user, I would not recommend more than 3 times a week, right?
Oh wow. Okay.
You don't want to
Mm-hmm.
overload it on LinkedIn if you're not like a crazy person like me. Like that's my job. I'm really trying to like get things out for people. However, if it's an average user, I would stick to about 3 times a week on LinkedIn. And the best times to post, guys, on LinkedIn are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Don't ever post anything that like you want people to see on Monday because y'all know that we are all asleep on Monday. Ain't nobody looking at anything on Monday. Um, and
Okay.
for Instagram, in terms of posting on Instagram, I always tell people on Instagram just throw things at the wall. We don't know what works there. Like literally everything right now, just post, get things out there. Like post, post, post. Because you're never gonna know if you don't post on Instagram. And same with TikTok. Like, don't listen to those people that are always like, oh my God, you need to post at this time. Nothing matters on TikTok and Instagram in terms of timing, posting. It's all like, it's a free for all. Like, don't listen to the people that are just like, okay. Did you have any other
Gotcha.
questions or was that the end?
I think it was that because with in respect to LinkedIn, I'm trying to see what kind of posts I could do in respect because recently I went to a career fair, so I was able to post about that. And then there's stuff that I do share about in respect to articles.
Mhm.
But then I'm wondering how I could include old content back in because I have either old pictures from old experiences that I've had, and I don't know if it would be like tiresome to do like TBT, like Throwback Thursday. Here it is, throwback, and like consistently. I feel I wouldn't want to get people getting tired of it in
Yeah,
that
no, I
respect.
totally get that. For that, I honestly don't think it's a terrible idea. Like, you can literally with Instagram, or sorry, is it Instagram or LinkedIn you wanted to post the older photos?
Both, honestly, I got content for both for sure.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, I mean, think of it as story times. Like, if it's something from work or something from your life, like take that opportunity to just sort of tell a story. Because anything that's storytelling based on social media is like gonna be a little bit more attractive than just posting a photo or posting, what you're eating every day. Like, I mean, people care about that, but like if you're really getting to the nuts and bolts of that storytelling aspect. Okay, I'm running out of time because I got this free
Okay.
Zoom, but we have 10 minutes, you guys. No worries. So yeah, that would be my point there. Just tell more stories. People love storytelling. And
Love it.
then
Thank you so much. I
yeah, no
appreciate
worries.
that.
Thank you.
Hey,
Um,
Nick, I have a quick question before we have to break.
yeah,
What's your
you've got
thought
mine.
on remote? Oh, let's see, it's open to work. Do you? Oh, is he gone? Oh,
Oh
there
no,
you
I'm
are.
here.
Okay.
Sorry.
The open to work, is that a good thing or not good thing? I hear pros and cons about it makes you look desperate. Then I hear, oh no, you should. So I'm
Yeah.
just curious.
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. If you are open to work and you don't have a job, I would literally throw anything up there. Like whatever it's
Okay.
going to take to get you that job, to get you
Okay.
employed, go for it. However, if you do have a job, I do find it a little awkward if you have up there that says open to work.
Oh
Like in the
yeah.
in the picture you're talking about, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, in the photo, I would not do that. Um,
Okay.
yeah,
Got it.
that's a little awkward, but I understand if you want to leave. Um, the one other thing though is I wanted to say about the open to work section that I talked about. Don't be afraid, like your coworkers aren't going to see that. It's literally like for recruiters only. And let me be
Oh, okay.
everyone is doing it. So don't
Okay.
be scared if like, you're like freaking out, like, I don't want them to see.
Okay.
But yeah, thanks for your question. Did you have any
Yeah.
others?
No, this was amazing. I am so glad I popped onto this today.
And then,
No, but this was great. I enjoyed it.
oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna try to get to these other questions here with the 7 minutes we have remaining. Christian, you better ask a question in the chat. Um, Jordan says, how do you come up with new ideas to post often on LinkedIn? I have some, this is a Google alert system that I have set up that comes to my inbox literally every morning with articles about TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, all those articles, and they send it to me in a digestible email. I recommend setting those up if you want to know about stuff that's going on. You can put, whatever topic in there that you want, and it will send you a digestible article content piece every morning. So Jordan, for you, you're in tech, sort of production type stuff. It might be worth setting up a Google alert for that and just start talking about that kind of stuff on your LinkedIn to start getting that like-minded person that also is involved in that, their eyeballs on your page. Okay. And Jordan is my amazing cousin that I love to death. She's an all-star, honey. And one of my biggest fans. My dad's also on here. He's one of my biggest fans also. Okay, so Michael asks, how quickly do people notice an uptick in recruiters reaching out after a profile revamp? Honestly, literally the next day. I've had mostly everyone that I've done so far, and I've done about 15. They've all started to see increases like right away. I would say like within a day, and then especially within the week of profile increases, views, sorry. And also the girl that I was talking about that got that job, they reached out to her on LinkedIn, like after I did her profile. So I don't want to say it was me that got her the job because it wasn't. She got the job because of her experience. However, I hope that I helped in some way. Am I the only one who struggles with listing out successes at previous jobs? Like when listing experience, I struggle with locating things to highlight on my resume and LinkedIn page. No, that is a common struggle. What I recommend, and maybe I'll do another webinar on that sort of thing. I'm also going to drop in a survey now. If you guys could take that and open that up on your browser and just give that some love. And I would love to hear more what you think about today and the future. But going back to the question, that's a totally like normal thing. Like we go through these jobs like every doggone day, and like we're like, wait, what am I even doing here? So what I recommend with that is, again, writing things down, everything that you do at the job, and then taking those nuggets, each of them, and sort of, looking at those nuggets of information, and then say, okay, I, sorted papers every day. Okay, well, how many papers did I sort? And for who did I sort those papers? Okay. Just write things down and basically try to understand exactly. Can you guys try now again the form, and let me know if it works. And once you list everything down, I find that if you really start to ask yourself more questions about everything, you'll really get an idea of what what more tangible things are coming from that stuff, is what I'm trying to say. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for popping on. Really appreciate it. And I hope to do more of these. So again, if you can, please take a look at the form and survey and let me know. Be honest with me. I really want some good feedback there. So thanks again for joining. I really appreciate it. Have a good night,
Thank
everybody.
you for hosting. Bye. Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Great job. Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye.